everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided that I would film my 19th birthday glam for you guys and give you guys a tutorial. I didn't actually film on the day of my birthday this year like I did last year. I did want to film a get ready with me again, but I did remember that last year I did kind of spend the whole day. I ended up finishing filming around 6 p.m. I believe. So I did spend the majority of my birthday filming, which I do love filming for you guys. I actually filmed the entire day of my birthday. I filmed a vlog. It'll be linked down below if you guys do want to watch it. But I just decided it would be better off just for me to wait and spend the day with my friends and family, and then I would film it another day. So today is the day and I'm filming it for you guys, and I know a few of you guys did want to know a birthday look that you could do for your birthday. So this is it right here. You guys can recreate this look and you can also change it up so many different ways. I give you guys a few options if you guys did want to glam it up a little bit more. But this is just the look that I decided to do on my birthday because I really didn't do anything too crazy. But this is something that I would wear just on a regular night out, and I really love the way it turned out. Before we get into this video, if you guys like me and do like my channel, then please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel as well. I would love to have you guys here. So without further ado, if you guys want to see how to get my 19th birthday glam, then please keep watching. So I've changed up my filming location once again. I feel like I'm changing it in almost every single video, but I still have that black backdrop up over there, and I figured I might as well just try and film on this side. So let me know how you guys feel about it. I kind of like it. I think I've done it maybe once before, but I don't think I had like this painting in the back. I'm not sure. But the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take my Farsali Rose Gold Elixir drops, and I'm just going to put a few drops onto my face and then rub it in. My face has been kind of dry lately, and this has really been helping me get some moisture back, and it also lays my foundation super nicely on top of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and rub this in. Also, I did my eyebrows first, but what I've been doing lately, I'll show you in a second, is I just do like my eyebrows like this first, and then if you guys can see, this brow comes in a little bit more to the center than this one, so I'll draw some individual hairs in the front to make it even, but I won't do that till I'm done with my foundation, because if not, I'll accidentally cover it with foundation when I'm trying to blend it in between my eyebrows. I'm now just going to go in with my absolute favorite primer ever. I'm obsessed with this primer, and it's the only primer I ever use. It is the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and I'm just going to apply this all over my face, and I also have some red lip liner on here. I don't know where she came from, but I'm just going to rub this into my skin and then pat it in when it starts to get tacky. For foundation today, I'm going to be going in with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation because this is the foundation that I did wear on my birthday. However, I've really been obsessed with the YSL All Hours foundation, and Blaine actually got it for me for my birthday. But since I'm strictly doing the makeup that I did on my birthday, I'm going to use this one. But just know how badly I want to use the other one right now because it's easily turned into my favorite. I still love this foundation a lot, but I just love the finish of the YSL foundation. It's just so pretty. But I'm just going to put some of this all over my face, and I'm in the shade 6, by the way, and then I'm just going to blend it in with my beauty blender. This is the part that I'm talking about. I always end up rubbing off part of my eyebrow. I think this and blending into my hairline and like around my brows is like my least favorite part of blending in foundation. And this foundation is so dark for me, and the YSL literally matches me perfectly. I mean, in the end, it looks fine, but I feel like I could never find a perfect shade match for me in this foundation. Now that I have my foundation blended in, I'm going to be moving on to concealer, and for concealer today, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, like always, and mine is in the shade Light Medium Honey. I'm just going to make 2 triangles underneath my eyes, some on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. After my concealer, I'm just going to go in and set all the places that I put it. So I'm going to go in with my Dermablend Loose Setting Powder, and I do think that this powder, since it is brightening, might give a little bit of flashback. So I would recommend working with probably the Laura Mercier powder, but I actually ran out and this is the only powder I have at the moment. However, it does work really well, and it truly does brighten up your under eyes, so that's what I'm going to be using today, and I did use this on my birthday as well. So I'm just going to spray my Beauty Blender a little bit with some setting spray just to get it a little bit damp again. And then I'm going to tap or blend in underneath my eyes to make sure I smooth out any wrinkles. And then I'm going to go in with the powder and press this into my under eyes. Since we did put the concealer on my lids, I'm just going to go ahead and set it with the translucent powder. And then I'm going to set my nose with this powder as well. Again, I would recommend using the Laura Mercier powder because this is a brightening powder. And then I know it might seem like a lot, but I'm also on top of that going to bake underneath my eyes, on the sides of my nose, my chin, and my forehead, and a little bit underneath where I would put my contour. I know it seems like a lot, but since it is my birthday and I did want it to last all day, this is what I did. This is the measures that I take to make sure that my face lasts and no oil kind of starts to peek through. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that as well. So while this powder settles into my skin, I'm going to go in and contour my face. I'm going to use my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I'm going to use my Morphe M523 to apply it. And I'm just going to contour my cheekbones, the top of my forehead, underneath my jawline, and then my nose with a different brush. To contour my nose with the same butter bronzer, I'm going to be using my Morphe M210 brush, and I'm just going to do this on my nose and also underneath my lip and in the center of my Cupid's bow. So to wipe away the rest of the powder, I'm first just going to pat in the excess with my Beauty Blender underneath my eyes. And then for the remaining powder, I'm going to go in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural and my Morphe MB4. And I'm just going to dip it into a little bit of this and kind of brush away the excess powder. I'm going to go in just a little bit with this Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer, and it's in the shade Ticket to Brazil. And I'm going to take this onto my Morphe M527. It's just like a fluffy bronzing brush. And I'm going to take the littlest bit onto my forehead just to bronze up my forehead a little bit, because I feel like sometimes the butter bronzer is a little bit ashy toned, and this just kind of brings back some more of like that natural sun-kissed bronze. So I'm just going to put a little bit up here, and then I'm also going to take some of it down to my neck and my chest, because I'm definitely a little bit darker in my face right now, and this will help to make my face match my neck. For blush, I'm going to go in with the only blush that I ever go in with, because honestly I just don't like any other blushes. This is like the most pinky blush that I would go for. It's more of like a bronzy blush. I think that's a good way to describe it. It's the Dallas Box Blush, and I'm running out of it, but I'm going to take this onto my Morphe MB4, and I'm just going to put this onto the apples of my cheeks. So I'm going to finish off my brows now like I said I would. For the first part of my brows, I just used a Maybelline eyebrow pencil. But for the second part of my brows, to finish them off, what I use is the Anastasia Dip Brow, and this is in the shade Ebony. And then I'm just going to use this flat angled brush right here. Any flat angled brush will work, just make sure it's really precise. And then I'm later going to be using the Maybelline Brow Precise Brow Gel. So this is super easy. All I do is I just dip my brush into the pomade a very little bit and make sure that it's super packed onto the sides, and you really don't need too much product on your brush for this. Even sometimes I'll take a napkin and just kind of wipe off the sides a little bit so it's a little bit more thin. And I'm just going to go in and kind of do little hair-like strokes in the front of my brow just to bring it in a little bit closer, and then I'll draw a little bit underneath because this brow is naturally a little bit higher, so I just like to kind of even them out a little bit. They're never perfectly symmetrical, but this is just a trick I do to make them a little bit more similar. And then I'll just go in with a flat brush and a little bit of concealer, and I'll just kind of cut underneath. And then I'll just keep doing this until it looks the way I want it to. Sometimes the hair strokes get taken up a little bit too high, but it's super easy to blend out dip brow, which is the really good thing about this product. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep doing this, and I'm just going to speed it up, and then I'll get back to you guys. So that's all I'm really going to do for drawing brows. I'm just going to go in with the brow gel now and just brush my hairs into place. This brings back some color to my brows since some of the powder kind of landed on it, and it's also going to keep them in place like a brow gel. So I really like this product. I feel like it definitely finishes off my brows. So that's about it for my brows. My brows always change up in how I'm doing them. So that's why I can't commit to doing a brow routine or an updated brow routine for you guys, because they literally change every other week. But as of this week, this is how I've been doing them. So now I'm just going to move on to my eyeshadow. I'm going to go into the JACLYN Hill palette. Like I said, I basically already have my eyes primed from the concealer and powder that I put down. I've been liking doing this a lot more lately than putting down a primer. I feel like the eyeshadow just blends a lot more smooth on top of it. So this has been my go-to palette lately. I'm obsessed with this palette. I'm going to go in with my Morphe E23 blending brush and this orangey yellow shade, transition shade right here, which is like my favorite color in the entire palette. And I'm just going to put this all into my crease. I kind of did a similar look to this, actually very similar look to this in my Get Ready With Me and my friend Blaine, if you watched that from a few months ago. And I just really love the way it makes my eyes look, so that's why I decided to do it for my birthday. And I really didn't do anything too crazy on my birthday, so I wanted to do glam, but I didn't do anything necessarily too intense. I think it was like perfect for what I was doing that day. After that shade is laid into my crease, I'm gonna go in with the shade right next to it. I don't have the name sheet next to me. Again, I think I said this in my last tutorial too. So I'm just gonna be pointing to them, but I hope you guys can see what I'm pointing at. I'm just going in with this orangey color right here onto my Morphe M441 brush. And I'm just going to lay this right on top of it, keeping it a little bit lower into my crease. So after I have both orange shades laid into my crease, I'm then going to go in with this shade right here. I'm going to take it onto my finger and then I'm going to take it onto a brush as well. And I'm just going to put this all over my lid. And I'm not half cutting the crease, but if I wanted to make this more dramatic, I'd probably just half cut my crease and then go straight in with the Stila glitter. But this is exactly what I did on my birthday, so I'm gonna give you guys that. You could totally do it that way and it would give you a more intense look, maybe add some like winged liner or something. But this is just the way that I decided to do it. So I'm gonna take this concealer brush and I'm just going to spray it with some setting spray, and I'm gonna go back into that same shimmer pigment and I'm just going to lay this on top just to give it its full intensity. And you can also kind of like fake cut it if you wanted to, but it's totally up to you. And then I'm going to go in with my Sigma, I believe this is the E25 blending brush, and I'm just going to take this brown shade on the end right here, and I'm going to put this into my outer V and also bring it like a little bit into my crease, but I'm really going to focus it on the outer part of my eye. So I'm going to take the Stila glitter and I'm just going to dab a little bit of it in the center of my lid. Not too much. I just wanted to give my eyes a little bit more of like a shimmery pop. Like I said, you could totally make this more dramatic and half cut the crease and just slap this right onto your lid. But this is just how I decide to do it on my birthday. So I'm just going to put a little bit, and a little bit of the stuff does go a long way. And I'm going to take that same shader brush and I'm just going to kind of blend it into my lid. I'm then going to go ahead and put the two orange shades underneath my lower lash line. And then with the Morphe E36 brush, I'm going to go in with that same brown shade that I put onto my outer V. And I'm also going to put this underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to take my Pixie eyeliner and I'm just going to line underneath my waterline and also on my tight line. I'm then going to take my Maybelline Curvitude liner and I'm just going to create a very thin line on the top of my upper lash line just to kind of serve as a guide and kind of conceal for where we're going to put the lashes. Like always, I'm just going to curl my lashes and then I'm going to apply my L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes Excess Mascara. You guys always ask me what lashes I'm wearing, and I always have a link to my lashes down below, and I will also have the other products I used in this tutorial linked down below as well. But the ones that I wore on my birthday were the Lilly Lashes in the style Miami. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply these, and then I'll be right back. So I went ahead and applied the lashes, and I also put on some bottom mascara. So I'm gonna go back into the JACLYN palette, and I'm going to take this black shade down here onto a flat brush. This one is just the Sigma E15 blending brush, and I'm just going to put this kind of on my bottom waterline and on my bottom lash line. It's kind of going to cancel out the negative space in between where the black eyeliner is and my lashes. Back in the JACLYN palette, I'm going to take my Morphe M170-4, and I'm going to go in with this super pretty goldy highlight shade, and I'm just going to put this onto my inner corner. This has easily become, like, I think my favorite inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight. So I'm also going to go ahead and put this onto my brow bone. So now, finally for highlight, I'm going to go in with my absolute favorite highlighter at the moment, which is also super affordable, not to mention. It is the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter. This is in the shade Molten Gold. It is so bomb, you guys. It is the best highlighter that I own at the moment. I'm obsessed with it. I feel like it's comparable to an Ofra highlighter, is what it looks like to me, but I've never had an Ofra highlighter, so don't quote me on that, but I feel like they are kind of comparable. From what I've seen on other people and from what I've heard. So for my brush for my highlight, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia A23 highlighting brush. I've been dying to have this brush, and every time I go into Sephora and I want to buy it and I'm like ready to buy it, it's sold out, and Blaine actually picked up the last one for me for my birthday. So I'm super excited to have this, and I've already used it, and it's honestly so bomb. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this highlighter onto this brush and put this onto the high points of my cheeks. And then for my nose highlight and my Cupid's bow, I'm going to be using the same highlighter onto that brush that I used for my inner corner and underneath my brow bone. Before I do my lips, I'm going to go ahead and spray my face with the Maybelline Master Fix Setting Spray. And for lips, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner, and this is in the shade Nude Whisper. And the lipstick that I'm going to use is the Huda Beauty lipstick, and this is in the shade Trendsetter. So this is the final result for my 19th birthday look. This is the exact look that I did on my birthday, and I know a lot of you guys did want to see it, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'm sorry this wasn't filmed the day of like last year, but I figured this would be basically the same thing anyway. So I'm happy I could film this for you guys. This is a super chill glam look in my opinion. Like, it's still really glam, but this is totally something I would just wear on a typical night out. I mean, it still was a typical day, so this is just the makeup that I decided to do that day. And I really love the way that it turned out. It looked really awesome in pictures. If you guys do recreate this look for your birthday, please send it to me. I have been getting you guys sending me some of your recreated looks lately, and I'm honestly obsessed with them. They make me so happy when I see you guys recreate a look that I've done. So if you do recreate this for your birthday or any day in general, please send it to me. I would love to see it. All of my socials are always linked down below. And yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I hope to see you guys next time.